We are coming off a very solid opening night victory against the defending champion Cleveland Cavaliers. And it was also their ring ceremony. We spoiled that for them, which is always nice. So we start off 1-0, and we do face them in our very next game. But today, we're going to focus on this date right here against the Miami Heat. We're going to return home to watch that game. And first, we're going to have to sim a couple of games between then and now. So our first batch of simming will start right now. But we simmed the next 6 games and we only won 1 of them. We're 2-5 on the season. Not even showing up in the playoff picture, although it does not really matter right now, but a 2-5 start, and we have barely been able to score. Our first game was against the Cavaliers, obviously, our first home game as well, and our top scorer was Anderson, only 17 points, Keldon Johnson, 17, Halliburton, 11 and 10. Lots of guys scored in double figures, but nobody played well. And for the Cavaliers, they got 29 and 9 off of Darius Garland, 14 for Jarrett Allen, and 18 boards again for Mobley. The 2 monster games in a row on the glass for him. And they shot worse than we did, but they took a lot more free throws. Next game, we take down the Knicks by 10, behind 27 from Halliburton and Anderson. Both guys played very well. Keldon Johnson, 11, Carney, 10, Payne, 8 points, 13 boards. So decent game, good job to get the win, especially on the defensive end, only holding them to about 100 points. Strickland drops 22, Rivera 17, Nicholson 15, but we shot 47%, 34% from 3, and we hit on most of our free throws. But once again, they took a lot more than we did. Against the Nuggets, we lost by only 2, but it's still a loss. Jokic drops 28 and 13. Jalen Duren, who just signed on a minimum contract, had a 16 and 16 game. LaMelo had 15. The Woodsmen got 26 for Anderson. Halliburton had 18, 6 and 7. Carney 13 off the bench. Keldon Johnson did not shoot very well. Payne only 6 points, but 17 boards. We dropped the next one, and Payne was our leading scorer with 17 and 17. Johnson had 14. But Halliburton only 6 points, 3 for 12 shooting. He did have 10 assists though. And Anderson only 6 points as well. And it looks like he must have gotten hurt this game. He must have sat out the rest because he only played 24 minutes. The 76ers though got 20 from Underwood and 19 from Embiid. They didn't even play that well on offense. We just played horribly. Despite shooting 45%, we had only 9 total free throws, and we're 28% from deep, only made 8 of them. We also took 12 less shots than them. Then we lost the first of a 2-game stretch against the Thunder, which were both losses. Anderson drops 24, Halliburton had 20, Keldon Johnson 14, Carney 10. I'm noticing that everybody is fairly inconsistent to start the season, at least through these first couple of box scores. We only lost this game by 2. The defense played well, but once again, the offense is failing to score. Holmgren had 18 and 13. Owen Rush dropped 16, but the Thunder did not even play that good. They had 8 blocks, though, but we shot 36%. Shot plenty of free throws, but their bench killed ours. We barely passed the ball. And here's the second loss to them. This one was by 10. Josh Giddey had 30 and 10. Spencer dropped 22. The Woodsmen got 21 and 13 for Payne. Anderson only had 19. Keldon 18. Carney 17. Halliburton 15 points, 16 assists. And we once again shot worse than them. We shot well from 3, but again, in several of these box scores, we have been killed in free throws. And we only took 8 this game. So through 7 games, here are the numbers. Our top scorer is Anderson, dropping 22 points a game, but only shooting around 45%, which is much lower than it was last year, but we're only 7 games in. Halliburton averaging 17 and 9.6, but only shooting 42%. Both guys are shooting fairly well from 3. Keldon Johnson is lighting it up from deep. But, I mean, he's probably been our best player overall. He's shooting well from the field and from 3. 15, 6, and 2. So he's been playing pretty well. Don Payne, 11 and 14. Only 46%, or 54% rather, from the field as a center. That should probably be higher. Joel Carney, less than 10 points per game, not shooting very well. But the bench really is not producing. Lauri Markkanen having a really tough start to his year. And he's been a starter for several games with Vanderbilt out, but this is not a great start to his campaign. Todd Graves only shooting 40%, taking less than 5 shots a game, but it's still pretty bad. Shane Blackman not shooting well off the bench as a center, only 36%. That's pretty bad. Brandon Clark in the place of Markkanen off the bench, not shooting well either. So pretty much everybody besides Keldon Johnson has been kind of a letdown. So without Vanderbilt, we are down to only 3 stars on a couple of systems, which includes Triangle and Balanced. And they're still pretty even, but I think just for this game, I want to see if there's any difference in the gameplay. And I still want to see if this playbook, works for at least one more game, but then if not, if it looks bad and the offense still is not operating well, then we can make a change afterwards. But it's the early couple of games, early couple of weeks. I think we can afford to just see if things pan out. We're still missing a starter, so that might change things too. And Vanderbilt is day to day, but he will not be back for today's game, so we'll see him next time out. So now it's time for us to face a 1-6 Miami Heat team who are having as bad of a start to the year as we are. And they will start Jamal Murray, Tyler Herro, MarJon Beauchamp, Lance Weaver, and Bam Adebayo. Again, they are a very shallow team in terms of depth. And although we are missing a starter, we still have our best players on the court. So let's see if we can win this game. So here we go, our first home showcase game of the season. As Payne wins the tip, we start with the ball. I just want to see better from pretty much every single player that's going to play today. But at a 2:05 start and against a 1-6 team, you hope that we can maybe turn things around and avoid keeping that up. Anderson for 3, off to a good start. Screen from Bam. Arrow gets down low and hits the shot over Payne. Halliburton takes the screen from Payne. Mid-range jumper, up and good. Screen for Beauchamp. He finds Herro. Screen for him from Weaver. Baseline shot hits the side of the backboard and goes out of bounds. We take over. Left wide open. Halliburton is, and he knocks it down. 2-for-2 start for him. Vancouver up by 6 early on. Beauchamp to Herro. Quick trigger from deep. Offline though, and Payne gets the board. Halliburton for 3 again. Yes! Herro. Pick and roll with Bam. Blocked by Payne on the shot attempt. Good defense so far by the Woodsmen. Offense has been clean, but it's only been a couple of minutes, obviously. Johnson with it. Can't find anybody who was open, and now time's counting down. What's happening? We just go to Anderson for a contested 3, and it's offline. Adebayo attacks the rim and gets the first foul call on Payne. First free throw, up and good. 19 points per game so far this year for Bam through 7 games. As he hits both. Keldon hands off to Payne down low, and he'll lay it in for 2. Murray, top of the key for 3. No dice, and Payne gets another board. A lob up to Anderson is there from Tyrese Halliburton. A hot start for the Vancouver offense. Maybe it's a sign of things to come. Arrow finds Bam down low, swatted from behind by Don Payne. On the other end, Anderson attacks the basket, scores, and got the foul. It's 17-4, just like that. electric start to the game these first 4 minutes. The free throw is good, and a 14-point lead is in store for the Woodsmen. And after a Heat timeout, Keldon Johnson gets the steal. On the other end, can't finish through traffic though. Nice stop on the other end by Bam after a turnover. Jamal Murray at the Leaf. Takes it down low, back out to Hero for an open shot, but he can't knock it down. Payne goes to Halliburton, time counting down. He attacks the rim, and he's fouled by Jamal Murray.
First personal foul, second team foul.
First free throw, up, and good. Halliburton knocks down both. They feed Beauchamp down low on Keldon Johnson. His fadeaway shot is up and in. Screen from Payne. Halliburton, top of the key. Knocks it down again from deep. Adebayo back to Murray. Trying to find somebody. He'll find Anderson's fingertips down low, out of bounds. Weaver inbounds to Murray. He fires, then hits the mid-range jumper. Anderson finds Keldon Johnson for three. A decent look at it. He knocks it down too. A very hot start from downtown for pretty much all the Woodsmen who have taken one. Brandon Clark checks in for Lauri Markkanen after a foul by Payne, which was his second. Vincent, his first shot's up and off. His first few minutes off the bench in this one. Screen from Payne. Anderson fires, mid-range jumper, a bit too much on it. Vincent goes back to Bam. He leads that one in. Nice pass. Anderson to Halliburton for three. Not this time. Zhang takes the screen, goes back to Bam. The pick and roll works to perfection. And we're called for a foul.
At the line for the Heat, Idris Bam Adebayo.
Bam's free throw, up and good. We jump ahead where there's 7:16 to go until halftime as we are up by 9 points, 46-37. The Heat have the ball, and I am realizing just now that I forgot to change our rotation to not just have the backups out there all at the same exact time. Because I feel like you need either Halliburton, Keldon Johnson, or Anderson all out there at any given point on the court, because otherwise we are fairly offensively challenged. So I will make that change after this game, hopefully, if I can remember, and we'll go from there. But I think that would be a big reason why we have not won as many games as we would have liked to so far. But the free throws are good from Anderson. We're back up by 11. Screen from Weaver. Hero is covered by Anderson. Gets inside the paint. Defense playing well, but Zhang fires an open look. It's offline, though. Now, we have not really rebounded very well so far this year, but that's because we don't even have Vanderbilt out there. Markkanen kind of stinks at getting rebounds, so he has not been a helpful person out there as Payne hits the hook shot. Nice cut by a Weaver, and it was Zhang who found him. Payne guarded by Bam. Goes to Halliburton. Now he takes off the screen. Fires a three. Back iron, though. Murray with it. He goes to Bam. Time's counting down for the Heat. They have to fire. It's Hero for three. It's good. Halliburton has his pass picked off by Bam. He jumped in front of it, trying to find Payne. Hero trying to take it down low. He fires over Johnson. Got it. 6-point game. Keldon Johnson to Anderson at the axe. Wide open. Offline, though. Zhang takes the screen. Goes back to Bam. And he's fouled by Payne for the second time. First free throw. Good. Second one. Up and good, too. And as you're seeing right here, all the bench players just came in. So we'll see if they still look as bad as they did against the Cavs. Sumu to Carney. Wide open three. Got it. Good start. Murray lobs it up for Bam. Bucket plus the foul. He just tipped it in. That goes against Blackman. Both teams have had their way in the paint in this one. Free throw up and good. It's cut to 4. Blackman attacks the rim and he's blocked out of bounds. Graves to Carney. Mid-range jumper. He airballed it. Mismatch down low for Adebayo against Dosunmu. Screen from Clark. Sumu gets to the rim. Won't fire. Until now. And he lays it in. Yu Zhang at the charity stripe. Gets in the paint. Hands off to Weaver. And they are just going to have to force a shot here. Good defense by the Woodsmen. We got the stop, and the ball rolls out of bounds. We take over. Carney fires again, and just missed it, but Blackman's there for the putback slam. Yu Zhang backing down Graves. He can't lay it in. I love this guy's defense already. Clark the screen. Sumu, the shots, offline. Martin hands off to Yu Zhang. He feeds Bam. Back out to Cody Martin. Yu Zhang with it now. He has to find Cody Martin for the forced 3. And he missed it. Ball's tipped and Graves gets to it. Good work. We go to Carney again. He spins. Oh my Christ. What in the world was that? That was amazing. Hold on. That was absolutely sick. I don't think we have ever seen a play like that previously. Hold the phone. Spins out of a potential block from Bam. Wow. What a circus shot by Joel Carney. That was awesome. Well, 1 minute to go here in the first half. Looking for 1 or 2 more stops on defense to close it out. Yu Zhang hands off to Cody Martin. He attacks the rim. Goes back out to Yu Zhang when he had a decent look, I thought, and he can't hit the shot. Blackman gets the board. Chance for us to increase our lead. Graves pulls the trigger from 3. It's a line drive. Murray lobs it for Bam. He's wide open. Last play of the first half. Carney has it. Clark sets the screen. Carney fires a deep shot. Offline. We lead by 6 through 2. We jump just about halfway into the third quarter with 6:27 to go. Going to watch the rest of this one as we lead by 14 points now. 59-73. The Heat have the ball. Beauchamp. Nice step back, but he can't hit the shots. And Keldon Johnson pulls down the board. All 5 starters out there right now for us. And Anderson steps out of bounds. Turnover. Vincent sets the screen, then attacks, and missed the shot. And he took the screen, did not set that. My bad. Markkanen. Quick trigger from deep. No good. Out of bounds. Beauchamp feeds Vincent down low. He hesitates and missed the shot. Took way too long to fire right there. On the other end, got Halliburton with the ball. Mismatch against Bam. The Payne's got one down low on Vincent. He fades away and hits the jumper. Nice. Adebayo sets the screen. Vincent. Backing down Halliburton, pump faking, and the Heat resets. Jukic finds Cody Martin. He goes to Beauchamp, and he has to fire. It's offline. Anderson off the screen, attacks the basket, and got the foul against Bam. That's his second. That'll put us in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. Free throw, good. Second free throw, good as well. Vincent fires over Blackman, missed the shot, and Carney pulls down the board. So right now we got him, Blackman, Dosunmu, Clark, and Anderson. So not a bad lineup right there. We'll see if this works. or at least stays relatively consistent on the offensive end. Sumu pulls the trigger and just missed it. Beauchamp finds Bam over 2 people, can't hit. Clark and Anderson both had hands up in there. We got 12 more boards than they do. Sumu for 3. Online. Vancouver in front now by 21. The Heat have to call timeout. So Graves checks in for Anderson. So all the backups are back out there, as that shot is offline from Miami. We're back with it up by more than 20 points now. Let's see if the backups can have another decent quarter. They feed Blackman down low against just undersized Vincent. Easy bucket. Dino Jukic, the former Timberwolf, finds Vincent for 3. It's online, but a foul off ball like Cody Martin will give us the ball right back, but not really much of a difference there. Under 3 to go here in the quarter. Graves with it. Finding to Sumu. Sumu fires, mid-range jumper, cash. Jukic takes an awful shot. That was terrible. Up ahead to Graves. Barney goes to Graves. Open 3. Nope. Vincent fading and missing. Ball's tipped and Blackman gets to it. Graves off the feed from Sumu. Offline again from deep. So he's taken a few of those. Screen from Bam. Juzang fires. Off it. Missed it. The Heat just cannot find the hoop. Sumu waits for the screen. And then just fires. And it's off. 3 from Juzang online to break his cold spell. Arnie off the feed from Sumu. Can't knock it down. Offense running a bit cold here. Vincent to Jukic. He gets down low. Hands off back to Bam. And he's fouled by Graves. Plenty of free throws so far tonight for him. He's already got 23 points. And the Heat's best player by far. Last play of the third quarter. Sumu goes to Carney for 3. Offline. It's 84-67. The Woodsmen lead by 17 points as we head to the fourth quarter. Trying to hang on and get ourselves on our way back to 500. Hopefully. 7:05 to go in regulation here at Rogers Arena here in the fourth quarter. Vancouver up 95-74. Just trying to hang on to this win. Murray lost it. Markkanen gets the steal. I believe it was jarred loose by Sumu. They have those two out there along with Payne, Anderson, and Tyrese Halliburton. Who we have not seen from since probably the first or second quarter. In a couple of minutes. Anderson steps back and missed it, but Markkanen's there on the glass against Harrow, and he has the bucket. Nice. Harrow attacks, throws up a shot off the glass and in. Paying the screen. Halliburton gets inside, back out to Sumu for a wide open 3. That was going to be a pretty good look on either of those two shots, but I think it was a much higher percentage for us to take a layup there, but that's all right. Shot clock reaching 0. Murray has to fire, and he can't finish the layup. Good stop. Up ahead to Anderson. He attacks the rim and can't finish through the contact from Beauchamp. A good stop on both ends. Cody Martin down low. He can't hit. Sumu feeds Payne. Mismatch. Double team comes, and it doesn't matter. He just bullies them through it. He's got 16 points. Beauchamp. Back out to Harrow. He takes the screen, steps back, and knocks it down. Screen for Sumu. He will fire off it, and it's good. That gets us to 102 points. Screen. Jukic. Hands off to Beauchamp. He skies it over Payne. Nice shot. Just a second, though, of the game. Screen from Markkanen. Halliburton gets down low, goes back to him for three. I mean, I like the pass, but also, once again, could go up there at the rim and draw a foul or hit the shot. Probably a good chance of either one of those happening. Screen for Beauchamp. He finds Murray, who's wide open from deep, but it rattles out. Just a lid on the rim the entire game for the Heat, it feels like. I mean, our defense has played pretty well, I think, too, just like in the Cavs game. As Halliburton misses the close shot, so I guess that's why he hasn't taken many of those. Screen from Weaver. Beauchamp finds Jukic wide open, and he'll knock it down. Halliburton finds Keldon Johnson for three. He answers right back. Bad pass right to Keldon Johnson, who jumped it. Anderson attacking the basket and fouled. Fourth on Weaver. First free throw up and good. Only 17 points for Anderson tonight, but team is going to win this game for sure. He knocks down both free throws. Murray has his pass deflected, but it goes back to Jukic for an open shot. They've only shot 33% here in the second half. We've shot 46, so they just have really not kept pace whatsoever. And I think, it's been kind of like the Cavs, a mixture of good defense and bad offense. As Keldon Johnson can't hit down low. I still want more points. We still haven't even gotten close to 120 this season, and I want to get there, but we're probably not going to in this game. Weaver at the rim, fading away, got it. Anderson, mid-range jumper to cap it off, yes. Vancouver wins at home against a struggling Miami Heat team, but a 22-point win, and hopefully this will get this team back on track. But a few more changes on the way here in a moment to hopefully help us on this right track in these next couple of games. Vancouver wins behind a very strong defensive second half as a team, and 24 points from Tyrese Halliburton. He had 7 assists as well. Anderson gets to 20 points at the end of things with 6 for 13 shooting. Both guys shot fairly well from the charity stripe. Payne, a double-double. He shot well and had 4 blocks. Sumu and Markkanen drop double figures, and Keldon Johnson does 2, although not as many looks as I want him to get. He needs more than that. And Carney was only 3 for 10 after a decent start to his game. And the bench definitely still is not up to par with what it needs to be, but we can adjust things like we need to. Bam drops 26 and 17. Jukic had 16 off the bench, and Harrow only had 14. All right, so one change I have thought about is potentially putting in Zubac over Blackman. Blackman was pretty much only part of the trade because he gave us an extra center for our roster, and it was needed for the trade to go through. So I think I'm comfortable putting him back in the reserves in place of Zubac, because Zubac takes smart shots. He shoots very well. He's a good free throw shooter. He's a good just rebounding defensive center. And Blackman currently is just really bad on offense. And I think we just need a change here for a while until Blackman can get up to speed, hopefully. So we are going to just move all of his minutes over to Zubac down here. And now I will also try and focus on making sure that it's not just all the backups out there at one time. Alright, so based on what I've seen so far, I think I want to rock with this. So we start off most games with, our starting 5, Halliburton, Anderson, Keldon Johnson, Markkanen, and then Don Payne. Obviously, Vanderbilt would be Markkanen in the place of him. But then after those first 7 or so minutes, we go to a lineup with Anderson, Keldon Johnson, Sumu, Brandon Clark, and Zubac. So we still have 2 of our top scorers out there. Then to start the second, it goes to Halliburton, Markkanen, Payne, Carney, and Graves. And then after that, we go to a short stint with Anderson, Keldon Johnson, Dosunmu, Clark, and Zubats again. And then we start the third, obviously, with our starting 5. And then for a couple of minutes, it goes to Anderson with Payne/Zubats and Dosunmu, Clark, and Carney. And then the last few minutes of the third quarter is the only time when all 5 bench players will be on the court at the same time for 3 minutes maximum, because at the start of the fourth quarter, we go to Halliburton, Payne, Dosunmu, Clark, and Graves rather, and then we go to our starting 5 for the last 8 or 9 minutes of each game. So we're going to do this for now, so it means that we're going to have about 33 minutes a game for Halliburton and Keldon Johnson, 35 for Anderson, 28 for Markkanen, and 33 for Don Payne. Then off the bench, Dosunmu has 18, Clark at 20, Carney at 13, Graves at 12, and Zubats at 15. So we'll see if that works. And in regards to the playbook, not entirely sure, but I will up the help defense quite a bit. Let's see if that will help the defense any. Let's put it back down to like 42 or 43. And yeah, for the playbook, we're still on the Suns one. I can't say I've been impressed with it so far, but I'm not sure if that is exactly the issue here with our team. I'm going to change a couple of priorities around for Halliburton. So he goes to PNR ball handler first, then PNR point, isolation, and then handoff receiver. I'm going to keep the ones for Anderson where they are, but I think we need to add and remove a couple of plays. I'm just not sure which ones to really take out, to be quite honest with you. These are the plays we currently have, and I'm still open to going to a different playbook because I don't know if I really have the time to go through all these plays and demo all of them and see what each one actually does, because sometimes these like diagrams on the top left that you're seeing right here aren't actually that accurate sometimes, and a lot of them take forever to develop, and it's hard to tell with these diagrams. So I might have to go in and watch a couple of these, but let me know if you have experience with these and which ones to take out, some place to put in, and what plays we don't have. We don't have any cutter plays I see right now, so we could actually use just like any of those. I'm just going to throw in some random ones. Alright, so I added a lot more different variety plays for 3-pointers. I added 7 cutter plays. Is there anything else we should do? We have plenty of pick and roll ones. We could do some more handoffs and maybe add a few more pick and rolls too. Alright, so I added a few more pick and rolls. I added some post-up highs, some post-up lows. I think I added like 1 or 2 mid-range plays and a couple of handoff plays too, and some pick and roll options. So yeah, I just added pretty much like 20 plays to the playbook, but I think it gives us more variety and goes away from being, stuck to just a couple of different play styles. And before we end, I want to sim the next 4 games at the least and just see how we do. Just see how anything changes, as Vanderbilt's going to be back for our next game. We finally get him back, and now we can actually sim and see what happens after I just fix this. And yeah, let's see what happens. So we simmed the next 4 games and kind of mixed results. We won the first 2, then lost the next 2, but we had a really close loss against the Clippers. We got blown out by the Nets, who are only 5-6, but we're 5-7, so yes, that'll happen. The first game was against the Lakers, where Bouknight dropped 16 points. We did win because they did not shoot very well at all. The Woodsmen got 23 and 15 from Halliburton. Anderson drops 22. Payne had 18 and 16. But Keldon Johnson was 5 for 22. He took a lot more shots today, and plenty of them from 3. And he was not knocking them down. Carney had 10 off the bench. Vanderbilt had 8 points, 8 boards, and 4 steals, given the defense and boards that I want from him. And we do come out on top, but they shot very well from 3. Then we took down Minnesota. It is beautiful. Payne drops 22 and 12. Keldon Johnson had 21. Anderson drops 20. Halliburton 16 assists with 17 points. Sumu 15, Carney 14. We dropped a boatload of points on them, and nobody played poorly. Yeah, like at all. So that's nice. The Timberwolves got 35 from Rancati and 28 from Haywood, and a double-double from Christian Wood as well. Ben Simmons only 13, 6, and 9 serves him right. It's still a little bit too much, but we take the win. Our next loss came in a game in which Halliburton drops 31 and 6, and Anderson drops 26, 4 and 4. So our two best players played very well, but nobody else really did at all. Markkanen was decent. Payne was not very good shooting-wise. Keldon Johnson did not shoot very well. Carney was, decent. Dosunmu was not that great. Only took 5 shots. Zubats 1 for 4. The Clippers got 23 from rookie Drew Ewing and 16 from Tomasevich in their 2-point win. They came back in the fourth quarter to come back. They had more free throws, but we beat them out in 3-pointers and field goal percentage, but they also took a lot more free throws than we did. Looks like they had a lot of offensive rebounds. And our last game was a just blowout loss. We lost by 42 against the Nets, who aren't even, they're like pretty much the same record as we are. They put up 42 in the first quarter. We were losing by more than 20 at halftime, and it just got worse from there. Bay drops 28, Ivy 21, Terry Perry 17, Darren Fox 15, 6, and 10. The Woodsmen got 21 and 9 for Halliburton, 18 for Anderson, and 15 and 11 for Don Payne. Keldon Johnson once again not shooting very well after I sung his praises for a strong start to the season. So that brings us to 5 and 7. We've lost 2 games in a row. We're 4 and 6 in our last 10, and it has not looked very good at home or away from home. We are only scoring 102.4 points per game, shooting 45% from the field as a team, not getting very many rebounds at all, shooting 38% from 3, which is probably top of the league or at least near it. Assist numbers not where I think they should be. Looks like nobody's passing besides Halliburton, it seems like, and nobody's scoring either because we're not shooting very well. So it's hard to get assists when you're not shooting. So definitely a tough start to the year, but team chemistry is climbing up, and that is going to help us out in the win column. But pretty mixed bag here of road and home games coming up, but we'll see how the year goes from here on out, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, and we'll pick this up next time out. Peace.